Welcome back, everybody. I hope everyone is doing well today. And let's get started. Our first root is pause, meaning to place and to put. Sorry about that. And to put. I'm going to go ahead and give you two examples here. One of them is deposit, meaning to place or drop something. My next word is going to be position. And position means the place where someone is. I'm going to go ahead and use deposit in a sentence. He went to the bank to deposit his money. I'm going to go ahead and read that to you guys one more time. He went to the bank to deposit his money. Moving on to our next root is post. And post means after, behind. And I'm going to give you two examples. One of them is going to be posthumous, meaning after someone's death. And my second example is going to be postponed. And that means to delay something. I'm going to go ahead and use postpone in a sentence. I'm going to go ahead and read that to you guys. Excuse me. He postponed his work till next week. Moving on to our next root is pre. And pre is a very common root, meaning earlier, before, or in front of. And I'm going to go ahead and put this in a box and put a star next to it because it is a very commonly used root, one of the backbones of the English language. I'm going to give you an example here. Two examples actually. One of them is prepare. And prepare means to get ready in advance, to get ready in advance. I'm going to give you another root. Another word is prediction. Prediction, meaning a statement for telling the future. I'm going to go ahead and use prediction in a sentence. I'm going to go ahead and read that to you guys. He predicted that Germany would win the World Cup. Moving on to our next root is pro. Again, this is a very commonly used root, like I said before, one of the backbones of the English language. I'm going to go ahead and give you the meaning is before, in front of, or forward. And I'm going to go ahead and put this in a box and put a starter. I'm going to go ahead and give you two definitions. One of them is profit, and that means a person who tells the future. My next word is going to be prologue, and prologue means a passage before the main parts. I'm going to go ahead and use prologue in a sentence, and the prologue of the book, the author dedicated sorry about that, to her mother. I'm going to go ahead and read that to you guys one more time. In the prologue of the book, the author dedicated it to her mother. Moving on to our next root is proto, meaning primitive, first, and chief. And I'm going to give you an example, and that is that is prototype, and that means the first of its kind. I'm going to go ahead and use prototype in a sentence. I'm going to go ahead and read that to you. The prototype computer showed great success. Moving on to our next root is pseudo. And pseudo means wrong, or false. I'm going to go ahead and give you an example here. Pseudonym. And pseudonym means a fictitious name. I'm going to go ahead and use pseudonym in a sentence. Sorry about that. I'm going to go ahead and read that to you. The author used a pseudonym name for his book. To our next root, which is psycho. Psych and psycho. I'm going to go ahead and give you the definition. It means mind or mental. I'm going to go ahead and use this root and give you a word with the definition. And that word is, sorry about that, psychology, meaning the study of the mind. I'm going to go ahead and give you another example. Is psychic. And that means relating to the human mind. And I'm going to go ahead and use psychology and a sentence. I'm going to say she majored in psychology. I'm going to go ahead and read that to you guys. She majored in psychology. Moving on to our next root is punk or pugna or pung, meaning to fight. I'm going to go ahead and use this root to come up with a word for you, and that word is repugnant. And that means distasteful, offensive, and revolting. I'm going to go ahead and use repugnant in a sentence. I'm going to go ahead and read that to you. No one likes him in the office. He is so repugnant towards others. I'm moving on to our next root. Is purge, and that means to clean. I'm going to go ahead and give you an example word. And that is purge. And that means remove anything undesirable. I'm going to go ahead and use purge in a sentence. I'm going to go ahead and read that to you. The people started to purge against the government. Moving on to our last root is put. And that means to think. I'm going to go ahead and put this in a box here and put a little star next to it. It's an important root. I'm going to give you two examples for this. One of them is, sorry about that, computer, meaning, and electronic, thinking, device. And my second word is going to be dispute. Dispute. And that means to not have or think the same ideas. Sorry about that. Ideas. I'm going to go ahead and use dispute in a sentence. The two parties disputed against each other and the Parliament. I'm going to go ahead and read that to you guys. The two parties disputed against each other and the Parliament. Thank you for listening. That is it for today. I hope you had fun.